Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm gonna apologize in advance because just like the last video, this video is also not scripted. It's just gonna be a lot about me rambling. And I'm sure you guys have clicked on this video for potentially obvious or not obvious reasons based on what the title of this video is even going to be by the time I post it. So yeah, let me just dive into some stuff, and please be warned that this is going to be a lot of opinions. It's going to be very opinionated, so please try and keep the hate to a minimum. I know some of you will disagree and some of you will agree, and that's totally fine. So, Chapter 4 of Deltarune. Oh boy, it hit us with so much. I mean, Chapter 3 did too, don't get me wrong. They were both very long and very fun chapters, but oh boy, Chapter 4 just decided to smack us with everything all at once in terms of an emotional roller coaster. And then we get back home and we see Sans and Toriel dancing with each other, and we're all thinking, what's the actual hell just happened? So let me explain. I know there's been a lot of hate with that scene and a lot of hate against the characters themselves, and personally, in my opinion, I don't think that was necessary. I think that just kind of shows how crazy we all are for hating on fictional characters for having flaws. So let's start with Toriel here. Toriel, a poor single mother, raising a teenage child that may or may not even be talking to her. Even with us, the player inside of Chris, they may not be talking to Toriel. Toriel may have tried to talk to them before, and they probably still said no. Like, we don't know enough about Chris to really clarify that, but personally, I think Chris is still a very flawed human being, especially if the theory is true that they are working for the night because of their home problems. Like, Chris is a teenager, man. And, like, just like all teens, I think even some of us, really, we were all secretive as teenagers. There was at least maybe one thing we kept away from our parents, and you can't really blame Toriel for not knowing if she couldn't even find out from them, you know? That's not really fair on her part, and it's not fair of us to blame her for that. And then a lot of people were blaming her for being irresponsible for not calling, but remember in Chapter 1, how she did call us, like, kind of late after school hours and grounded us anyway, but she let us stay out a little longer just because we told her we were out with a friend? I wonder if that's the same excuse Chris has been giving, actually. Like, it wasn't even us that told her, it was technically Chris. We never said anything or chose that option of dialogue in the cutscene, which only implies that Chris is the one that answered the question of where they were. So it's not really fair for us to blame Toriel for assuming that if that's what Chris has been saying the whole time, you know? And then, of course, there were people who were upset at Toriel for getting drunk, and now my thought is she's not drunk, she's tipsy. Now, tipsy is kind of you've gotten, like, not fully drunk per se, but you've gotten a little, like, enough, like, you've drank enough just to, like, make yourself a little woozy and a little loopy. Which I think that's what Toriel is now. Again, not saying that was fully right of her, but it wasn't fully wrong either. Like, she's dealing with a very, very stressful situation with an ex-husband that is still trying to get back with her. Honestly, again, we don't really fully understand the hate for Asgore, so again, I'm not fully supporting that, don't worry. There's not enough there yet. There's not enough for my support. But, like, she's not having the best life right now with her teenage child. And she's just trying to, like, I don't know. She just needs to relax a bit, and if her relaxation involves her drinking a little bit, then my thought is just kind of so be it. I mean, Chris isn't even there half the time right now. They're out doing whatever the hell in a dark world. So, like, we can't really fully blame her. And then, of course, there's Sans. I know people are mad at Sans for kind of being a bad influence, but I don't think he was influencing anything. Apart from her dancing and apart from her being happy. Like, that's not the problem here, people. So, yeah, I just think it's a little unjustifiable. And then we also got to consider the fact that Sans has no idea what is going on with these dark worlds and no idea what's going on with Chris and their home life, apart from the fact that Toriel and Asgore are divorced. Like, he has no idea, guys. Sans is a clueless bastard right now, and we cannot be blaming him for anything. Now, I know I think some of you are holding on to that Undertale belief that he knows more than he's letting on, and I still don't fully know. I mean, come on, guys. This might or might not be spoiler to some of you, but the song they were dancing to where is the place that it's raining, and then in Undertale it's raining somewhere else. Like, come on, man. Come on, guys. The implications of that. Have we thought about that? No? Okay, good. Like, that itself just makes me think of the theory, which, again, may or may not be true, that Deltarune, although not a prequel world itself, is actually a prequel to Sans and Papyrus' backstory. Like, I'm not saying Deltarune itself is a prequel to Undertale, because it's not, but I wonder if something so bad in Deltarune is going to happen that it's going to force Sans to forcefully move him and his brother, out of Deltarune and into Undertale. Like, that's just a running theory I have, or at least a running idea I have, which may or may not be true, so. But it would probably explain some things. Sorry, guys, I'm a little, allergies are kind of bad. I have seasonal. It's not very fun. But yeah, I kind of feel bad for all the hates. The hate's not deserved to any of these two characters. As I said, a lot of the characters in Deltarune, and I even think in Undertale in general, they're all flawed. None of them are evil and none of them are bad. They're just flawed, and we can't be hating on flawed, because even we ourselves are flawed. Like, we just want to make an excuse to hate on characters, and I don't know why. I don't know why we're making the excuse to hate on Sans right now. Like, Sans legit did nothing wrong in the scene. Dancing with Chris's mother was not a horribly wrong thing for him to do if his intention was to try and make her happier. Like, is that a bad thing to you people? Is Toriel's happiness a bad thing? No, I don't think it is. I don't know if any of you are going to disagree with that sentiment, but sorry, my words, but I don't think there's any disagreement on that. And again, Toriel wasn't fully being irresponsible, and no, she isn't. I don't think she was drunk enough to, do anything bad either. Like, we saw how she acted at the end scene right there when she was dancing with Sans, and, she didn't fully talk drunk. She just maybe acted a little bit tipsy. Like, she, again, was dancing with someone, and she was having a good time. Like, I don't think that deserves hate. It might deserve a little bit of criticism, but, full-on hate? Come on, guys. I mean, again, she's not a perfect mother. Sans isn't a perfect character, either. I'm afraid of what Asgore's going to do later, if he ever finds out that they did that. But, come on. Anyway, there's actually some kind of evidence to support Toriel's drinking habit anyway. If any of you guys have seen the Undertale, I think it was the alarm clock? I'm not sure. It was the one winter one. I think that was the alarm clock. It was actually confirmed in the Undertale alarm clock, or that whatever that winter one was, where it was confirmed she does actually drink. Like, drinking is something in Toriel's character. We know this, people. We gotta stop acting so surprised when Toby does or does not confirm things. Yes, I get it was an Undertale thing, so we can't fully apply it to Deltarune, but because in Deltarune all the characters just seem to be kind of not opposites of each other per se, but again, they're alternate versions of themselves. I don't think it's surprised that Toriel drinks. I think that's still the same. Now, she might be a little more responsible with it in Undertale. May or may not be. We don't know. But, to see it happening in Deltarune just kind of proves that it could happen in Undertale, too. Also, guys, one more thing. Sans dancing gives us more character sprites than we ever got in Undertale. And I feel like it's kind of depressing to think about. Because, we see some good stuff happen with the alarm clock as well with their hockey game and Sans doing the funny Fortnite dance, which may or may not be canon to Undertale now. Not Deltarune, definitely Undertale, but seeing him, joyful and happy kind of just makes me happy, Because in Undertale, we know he might be somewhat Wow, I can't speak right now. We know he may be somewhat depressed. That may or may not be a question. He says he gave up trying to go back a long time ago. That may be him talking about Deltarune. We do not know. Toby has not confirmed nor denied anything. Nor does Toby need to confirm nor deny anything. That's the whole point about leaving questions for us to find answers to. He's trying to give us something to solve for, and it's great. So, stop hating on him for that, please. And stop hating on the character, seriously. I mean, Sans is a complex character. We know this. And to see this one, like, scene of him being happy just kind of fills my heart with joy, you know? Like, he's not intentionally trying to do anything wrong. He's just trying to have fun with his friend. Or, you know, partner, depending on how people feel about it. But as I said, I understand, too, like, not everyone ships Sans and Toriel together. Now, I can in Undertale, I can't really in Deltarune. And the reason I can't is because I think, for Chris's sanity, I think I feel a little too bad if I were to ship it in Deltarune. So I'd only ship it in Undertale, because Undertale, there's at least justification for Toriel hating Asgore. There is not enough here. And I don't think the police force losing December either is enough of a reason either, especially if Asgore wasn't fully in charge of that. I mean, who knows? But yeah, I think this is kind of it. As I said, I'm just kind of rambling on now, so I think we're going to end the video here before I continue to ramble even further. I have other theories I want to share with you guys all in the future, but that's just going to have to wait. So please, no more character hate, no more Sans hate, no more Toriel hate. They are flawed characters who are doing nothing wrong, who don't know what's going on, who don't know about the emotional turmoil that Susie and Chris are going through. So please stop with the hate. I don't want to see any more comments about that. I'm fine with criticisms. I'm not fine with hate. And please, no hate on this video either. Again, these are all opinions. Everything I stated was an opinion. I said this at the beginning. I'm saying this at the end now, so you guys don't forget. Don't forget. Sorry, that was funny. And yeah, so for all of you who watched till the end, I want to thank you for being so kind and thoughtful, and for willing to listen to another person's perspective. I think that was really nice and really awesome of you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day wherever you're at, and stay determined.